machine that I put together. It runs a system called Hyperspin, which is some software that puts a really nice interface onto running loads of different emulators, so you don't go through folders to find games. Instead you go through a really nice interface and you can see what they look like before you start the game. It just makes it a really nice finished product. So I'm going to show you Hyperspin, I'm going to show you this machine. So there are some coin buttons on the bottom here. The whole thing is set up for 2 players. There's a player 1 start and a player 2 start, and then the coins for both. And then in the middle is the power switch, and there's also USB. There's 2 USB sockets. And on the top, as any other normal arcade machine, you've got the 8 buttons and the 8-way joystick. And these buttons are ergonomically shaped as well for your hands, so they're comfortable like this. Okay, so let me show you around Hyperspin. So the main point of Hyperspin is this wheel on the right, and you see here we're scrolling past, and then just so many systems on here. It's just I don't even know how many there are. So the main emulator for arcade machines is MAIN. So you find it in the list, and you click on it to get into the main games. And the same way you've got them on a wheel down the side. And you can see like a preview of what the game is going to be like before you even start it. So that's Virtua Fighter, Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Racing as a classic. I used to play this when I was a kid. Name it alone. You can go through them letters at a time. So say if you want to see Outrun, you go to O, and then find it in the list. So you find Outrun, you click on the button to start it. It loads it in. And that's it. Now this is the arcade machine. You press the coin button to add credits. Press the button to start. So I'm looking for a game I used to play years ago. It's called Sunset Riders, and it's perfect for this machine. And then so if somebody else comes along and they want to join in, they press player 2 start, and player 2 is in as well. They change this. So Mega Drive, which I used to play a lot as a kid. There we are. Let's look at one of the Sonic games. God, I used to have so many of these. Just Sonic? Sonic everything. God, I don't even know any of these existed. So you can see the old Mega Drive up in the corner. 94. Sony PlayStation. Super Mario, here we go. Mario time! It is Mario time. So it has Mario Party 9. All the Mario Parties. Amazing. I love Mario Party. Oh, that's good. So even the arcade version of Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64. You basically play Mario Kart from any system. I'm undisputed king of Mario Kart, by the way. What's that door? That should look pretty good. GameCube, Jesus. Mario Golf, excellent. So this is Smash Brothers on the N64. When was this? 99, Jesus. Anyway, so nice, that starts up nice and easy. Now Smash Brothers is totally underrated. So if you don't know this, basically all the Nintendo characters in a kind of battle royale, and you have to just fight and throw the other player off the side. It's amazing. It's such a cool game. And so, because he's still quite fresh, he's going to get back. Oh no, he didn't. Just off straight away. Okay, so it also has consoles on like PlayStation 3, which obviously had analog sticks, and these are just digital. So what you need to do if you want to play games that require an analog stick, plug in any old control thing. Interesting, something like this. So it's running full screen, it looks smooth, it's fast. No problem. So like a driving game, for example, you definitely need analog sticks for that, because you're not going to be able to do this on a clicky left and right joystick. So something like, who did NASCAR? I think this is where Daytona was. Oh my god, monkey ball. Amazing. There's just so many games on here. I just come across new things every single time I turn it on. Things that I've forgotten about. I don't even know arcade monkey ball was a thing. Jeez, this is like my youth in a game right now. Sweet. So what else we got? See, I forgot what I was even looking for. Oh, Daytona. I was like, oh my god, retro tennis. This was amazing. But it's still Kano. Easy life. That's what happens when you spend your youth doing this. You're out of there. Playing in. God, I used to play this so much. Anyway, what was I looking for? Daytona. Oh my god, Power Stone was the greatest. It's like a fighting game, you had to collect like 3 diamond stone things. That was amazing. Alright, no more getting sidetracked. Sega Tetris. Daytona, here we go. Sweet. They stole so much money as a kid on Skegness Pier. Piling in pounds one after the other. Because the game used to be a 4x3, like not as wide screen as we have now. It's just puts these side bits in to keep the proper ratio. Okay, so I was saying it's a fairly powerful PC inside. It's based on an Intel motherboard, and yeah, it's got decent specs. And so. So, it's got shadows in this, but it's, it's running pretty well. I'll just kick my way through the whole line here. Don't know why I don't do this when I'm walking down, it's much easier. Come on, guys. So you just turn it off, just press the off button, it shuts down like a normal Windows computer. So then it's a Wii games. Obviously a lot of Wii games you need the nunchuck thing, whatever, so you could, you do get those that you can plug in by USB. I think you put a little receiver in, but like that's not, I haven't got that. But some of the Wii games were controller only, weren't they, so you could still play them. And then I guess the same with Wii U, because it had such a specific controller. You might need 2 joysticks, so you might need to plug in an Xbox 360 controller for that. But they work, they're really good. So I'll show you around the machine itself. You can see that there's a Republic of Gamer sticker on the top there. The panels are wrapped in purple vinyl, and the control panel is carbon fibre transfer wrapped. I don't know if you can see that. This is where we have the power button and the USB on the bottom there. And then the coin buttons, 2 player buttons. So these all light up. And the 2 joysticks. It stands about the same height as me, so it must be about 6 foot tall. It has, in this top section here, it's got 4 high range speakers, so that's where the treble comes from. And then in the back it's got the 2 big, I think they're 8-inch woofers that give it a bit of kick. And they're on 2 separate amps, so you can kind of turn it up as much as you want. You can have it as beefy and loud if you want. The screen that's in it is, I think it's 24-inch. It's way bigger than you'd usually have in arcade games, and you can see it reaches right to the sides, actually size the whole unit based around the screen. It's also an IPS screen in plane switching, so it means that you can view it from the side and you can still see it really well. Not like cheaper monitors, when you start getting to the side, you can't see them so well. So 2 people standing side by side is fine. So that's around the machine. I'm just showing you what it looks like.